8 Diabolical Lies Egyptian Scribes Spun. Shocking Pharaoh Frauds Exposed. Picture this: an ancient Egyptian scribe, sweating bullets under the scorching sun, feverishly etching a hieroglyph of a flying crocodile armed with thunderbolts, single-handedly devouring entire Hittite armies. Why? Because the pharaoh stubbed his toe in battle and called it a glorious victory. Courageous, shameless, you bet. Welcome to the twisted world of ancient Egyptian scribes, the original fake news peddlers. These ink-slinging con artists didn't just record history, they fabricated it with a smirk, turning dusty deserts into epic sagas of gods, monsters, and pharaohs who could bench press pyramids. Today, in this roller coaster of revelations, we're ripping open the papyri to expose their most hilarious, heart-wrenching, and downright diabolical lies. Buckle up. Your view of the Nile's just about to get flooded with truth. And hey, if a 3,000-year-old scam can fool kings, imagine what it'll do to you. Stick around. Won't believe the shockers coming. Lie 1. The Battle of Kadesh, Ramses II's shameless propaganda masterpiece. Let's kick off with the granddaddy of all pharaonic fibs. The Battle of Kadesh, 1274 BC, where Ramses II turned a near-catastrophic ambush into the greatest W in history. Or so his scribes swore. Archaeological digs at Abu Simbel and the Ramesseum unearthed towering reliefs showing Ramses, godlike and invincible, single-handedly slaughtering 10,000 Hittites with a flick of his wrist. Poem of Pentor, etched in stone, brags of divine interventions, gods swooping in like avenging eagles to save the day. But here's the gut-punch revelation. Hittite records from Hattusa, cross-verified by modern excavations, paint a brutal truth. It was a bloody stalemate. Ramses' elite charioteers got bushwhacked. His camp overrun, he barely escaped with his crown intact. Those scribes, they spun it into propaganda gold, plastering temples from Luxor to Karnak with lies that fooled generations. Imagine the empathy hit. Poor Hittite widows reading Egyptian envoys' taunts, believing their men were vaporized by a pharaoh's glare. Hilarious in hindsight. Absolutely. But back then, Kia heartless con that rewrote empires. And get this. Recent 2025 scans on the Paris obelisk revealed hidden hieroglyphs praising Ramses as conqueror of chaos, buried under layers of deceit. Scribes, you sly foxes, what other bloodbaths did you bedazzle? Lie 2. Nile fertility fables. Sweet lies that drowned the poor in despair. Next up, the scribes' syrupy scam on fertility, because nothing says divine bounty like drowning taxpayers in delusion. Hymns from Thebes' Karnak temple, carved around 1500 BC and excavated in the 19th century, gush about the Nile's annual flood as a miracle from Hapi, rivers of milk and honey, fields blooming eternal gold. Scribes hyped it to justify grain hoards for pharaohs, claiming God's wept nectar for the faithful, but shattered the illusion. Papyri, like the Harris Papyrus, reveal brutal famines, where peasants clawed at barren soil, their kids starving while elites feasted on miracle imports. Empathy overload. Imagine a farmer, calloused hands trembling, whispering prayers to a god who delivered dirt instead of dreams. These lies weren't just funny fluff. They were weapons propping up a regime that bled the masses dry. Archaeological pollen analysis from Nile Delta sites confirms erratic floods, yet scribes painted paradise. Outrageous and legends. The tale of the doomed prince weaves in fertility curses, fabricated to scare folks into tribute. Scribes, your honeyed words were poison sweet on the tongue, fatal to the soul. Lie. 3 damnatio memoria, erasing pharaohs like bad tattoos. Third lie, and this one's a cold-blooded eraser. Damnatio memoria, where scribes played historical hitmen, chiseling out fallen pharaohs like yesterday's trash. Prime exhibit? Thutmose E's vendetta against anti-Hatshepsut, her dear El Bari temple reliefs, dug up in the 1800s, show her name and images hacked to oblivion at Saqqara and Karnak. Why? Power grab. Scribes rewrote king lists, shoving her into the shadows so Thutmose could claim unbroken glory. Akhenaten got the deluxe treatment too. Horemheb's cruise at Abet's temple, evidenced by 1859 excavations, obliterated his monotheist madness, turning the sun-worshipping rebel into a non-person. Shock factor. These weren't petty grudges. They doomed souls to afterlife oblivion. Egyptians believed names equaled existence. Empathy for the ghosts. Hatshepsut, Egypt's female powerhouse, reduced to whispers in the wind, her legacy a lie of absence. Hilarious, the scribes tripping over chisels mid-erasure. But the revelation, T. Scans on statues reveal hidden layers, proof of frantic cover-ups. Legends like the contendings of Horus and Seth echo this, with gods battling to erase rivals. Scribes, you didn't just lie. You murdered memories. Whoa, feeling the chill of forgotten history? Smash subscribe now, or these spectral scribes might chisel your channel Rex into the void. And like if you'd fight back against the erasers, don't vanish. Join the Truth Squad. Lie 4. Invented gods and multi-headed monstrosities, the scribes' godly graffiti, fabricating deities like bad fanfic to awe the masses. Abydos temple hieroglyphs, uncovered in the 1800s. Flaunt a trick follows god with 3 snarling mugs, born to justify a priest's power grab. No precedent, pure scribe sparkle. They syncretized myths, mashing Amun-Ra with local legends until gods sprouted extra limbs like overfed scarabs. Revelation, Edfu Temple papyri shows scribes tweaking creation tales, Adam birthing the world from a cosmic sneeze. Embellished bunk to hook the fearful empathy twist. Peasants scraping by, pouring libations to a doodled deity, hearts aching for protection that never came. Hilarious visual. Imagine praying to a god whose heads can't agree on the weather. Archaeological digs at Dendora confirm evolving myths. Scribes layered lies over generations. And the legend, the Book of the Heavenly Cow, where Ra sends Sekhmet on a drunken rampage, exaggerated to excuse temple purges. Scribes, your pantheon was a prank, divine comedy at mortal expense. Clive 5. The satire of the trades, scribes trashing everyone else's job. 5th fib. The satire of the trades, a Middle Kingdom papyrus, Scribe, where scribes savaged every job but theirs pure, self-serving slander. Discovered in Lahan, this 2000 BC rant paints barbers as bunglers, farmers as mud monkeys, soldiers as arrow magnets, the coppersmith's fingers like crocodiles, hilarious hyperbole, potters swallowed by ovens, fishermen devoured by hippos. But the lie, scribes ignored their own grind. Skeletal evidence from abuser tombs shows hunched backs from hunching over reeds. Shock? It was recruitment propaganda, luring kids to elite schools while demonizing the working stiffs. Empathy, gut punch. A blacksmith reading this, fists clenched, knowing his crocodile claws built the Pharaoh's chariots. Revelation, Berlin papyrus fragments reveal it was recited in schools, brainwashing the young. Legends tie in, like the tale of the eloquent peasant, flipped to mock the voiceless. Scribes, your satire was sabotage, laughing all the way to the bank. Kisi, divine birth hoaxes. Pharaohs as gods, illegit love children, the ultimate daddy drama. Scribes forging divine births to gaudy-fee pharaohs. Hatshep's Deir el-Bahari reliefs, etched 1470 BC and excavated by Naville, depict Amun sneaking into her mom's chamber for a celestial hookup, birthing a perfect ruler. Ramesses' same scam at Luxor Eye. The god planted you like a sacred seed. Archaeological truth. Queen's mummies show no divine spark, just human grit. Shock revelation. These hoaxes justified tyranny. One false father, infinite taxes. Empathy for the queens. Paraded as holy vessels, their real pains buried under lies. Hilarious. The gods blushing in hieroglyphs. Legends amplified. The prophecy of Neferti weaves messianic births. Scribes spun to crown pretenders. Your bedroom tales built empires on quicksand. Lie 7. Afterlife swindles, tomb curses, and eternal ripoffs. 7th scam. Afterlife insurance fraud, scribes peddling tomb curses and paradise promises to fleece the fearful Valley of the King's papyri, like the Turin strike, reveals scribes inflating curse potency. May your caw rot in crocodile jaws. But digs show most were bluffs. No magic, just lead seals for show. Revelation, KV62 Tut's tomb had generic spells, copy-pasted lies. Empathy abyss. Commoners, scraping coppers for amulets, dying broke while elites hogged the eternal real estate. Book of the Dead fragments admit scribes charged per hieroglyph. Legends. The tale of the shipwrecked sailor mocks afterlife quests with exaggerated perils. Scribes, your curses cursed the living, eternal greed in stone. Lie 8. Famine cover-ups and economic fantasies, final whopper. Economic fairy tales hiding famines, scribes as spin doctors for starving societies. Palermo stone annals, housed in Palermo since 1877, boast years of plenty under Snefru, but Delta core samples scream drought cycles. Scribes buried bad harvests in boasts, claiming Nile gods doubled yields to mask tribute hikes. Shock, Cahoon papyri, log-rigged tallies, sevenfold harvest, myth-funded pyramids, cute Bethy torrent, families gnawing leather, believing the god's gift was just Pharaoh's hoard. Hilarious. Scribes counting invisible grain. Legends like the famine stela on Philae fabricate Joseph-style saviors. Scribes, your ledgers were larceny, famine in fine print. Lessons from the lies. Wisdom etched in ink and stone woo. 8 lies deep. And what a cesspool of scribal shenanigans, from Kadesh's fake triumphs to famine facades. These ink warriors proved history's a house of cards, one exaggeration from collapse. Archaeological anchors like Abu symbols, carvings, and Saqqara scars scream it. Power thrives on pretty pictures, not pesky truths, the gut wrench. Empathy for the erased, the starved, the scammed, millennia of human hearts hung on hollow words. But here's the revelation that hits home. In 2025, with X-rays piercing obelisks and AI decoding papyri, we're the ultimate fact-checkers. Lesson 1. Question the narrative. Every epic has an edit. 2. Humor heals. Laugh at the lies to honor the lost. 3. Your story matters. Don't let modern scribes looking at you algorithms. Erase it. These ancient cons, a mirror to our fake feeds. So, wield truth like a chisel carved boldly, laugh loudly. Conclusion, there you have it. Egyptian deceit demolished. Which lie left you reeling? Drop it in comments. Kadesh Khan or God Goof? Like if you're hooked on history's hijinks, subscribe for more unmasked myths. Next up, Roman fibs that top these. Share with a friend before scribes strike again. Thanks for riding the revelation wave. Stay curious, stay skeptical. Peace out, truth seekers.